Hello, in today's video I'll show you how to install a custom ROM on Samsung Galaxy S10. In order to install a custom ROM, you will need to do a few things. Make sure that you follow them correctly in order to make sure that everything works properly. Before we begin, let's go to our settings and make sure that you have the same model as me. If you have a different one, you can still follow this video, but some files are linked in the description down below and you will not be able to use them. You will need to find the files on your own. So let's go to the settings and scroll all the way down to About Phone. Now you can see the model number. The thing after the slash doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what's before the slash. If you have SMG973F, you can use the files in the description down below with custom recovery and custom ROM. If you have a different model, all the steps in the video, most of the steps in the video, besides the last few steps, will be basically the same, but you will need to get different files, and because you will need different files, they may differ a little bit near the end of the video, and that's why I told you most of the steps will be similar. So if you have the same model, you can use the files in the description down below. Later on I'll explain all the files. I'll tell you what they mean, which one to download, which one you don't need, and everything. Before we begin, we need to unlock the bootloader on the phone. That means you will need to disable some kind of protection. And before you do that, make sure that you are not logged into a Google account. To do it, go to Settings, Accounts and Backup, Manage Accounts, and if you have a Google account here, click on it, then click on Remove. Now, I'll make sure that I'm connected to Wi-Fi. You need to do it just to be able to to unlock the bootloader. So let's go to Settings, Connections, then Wi-Fi, and select a Wi-Fi network to connect to if you're not connected yet. After entering the password, wait for a moment. It'll connect you to the network. Now we can go all the way down and go to About Phone. Then click on Software Information and click on the build number 7 times. It may ask you for the lock screen password during that. Now go back and go to Developer Options. Now I'll get back to you in a moment because you should be in the state where OEM Unlocking is disabled. Okay, now I am in that state. You can see it says OEM Unlocking and it's disabled, and very likely you will be in that state. If you don't see OEM Unlocking, it's probably because you haven't connected to the internet yet, or if you have, just restart your phone and go back into Developer Options. It should appear, but internet connection is required for this option to appear on the list. Now, once we know all that, before we begin, before we continue, make sure that if you have any important data on your phone, it's backed up safely, because unlocking the bootloader will erase all the data on the phone. So now I'll enable the OEM Unlocking, click on Turn On, and all you need to do now is turn the phone off. Let's press and hold on the power button, the one on the right side, then tap on Power Off and tap on it again. Get a cable ready, a cable that is plugged into your computer and not yet to your phone. Now we'll need to get into the bootloader unlock mode, and it is quite complex. What you'll need to do is press and hold on power, this is the Bixby button, the short button on the left side, and volume down. So these two buttons at the same time, Bixby and volume down, and while doing so, plug in the USB-C. Let's try it. Bixby and volume down, and keep holding them for some time. I'm still holding them. Now let's plug in the cable. that's connected to my computer already. Now I should see this warning. If you failed, just try again. It will tell you that you need to do volume up long press in order to get into device unlock mode. So let's do it. Volume up, release, and now it asks you whether you want to unlock the bootloader. So let's do it. To unlock the bootloader, just press on volume up, and it will start restarting your phone and unlocking the bootloader. Let's give it a moment. It will take a while. You can press on the power key to skip this alert. It just tells you that the bootloader is unlocked. But if you don't press on the power button, it'll skip the alert after 15 seconds anyway. Now let's do it again, or just wait for 15 seconds, up to 30. And it'll take a moment for the phone to start. So during that, in the process, you can already go to your computer and do a few things. Okay, I'm on my computer now, and let's go to a browser. In the browser, we'll need to download quite a few things. So I'll just resize the window so you can see it well. And first go to our website, a HardReset.info website. Then go to download. Download right here. And then you'll need to find a few things. First of all, Samsung drivers. It's typically on top of the list. If you don't see it, just enter the name here. Just type in Samsung drivers or Samsung. You'll find these ones with this image. Download them. So click here, then click here. If it opens an ad, don't worry about it. Just close it and click on download again. Then I'll select downloads here and download the file. Let's go back now and go to now type in Odin, and you can see this is the newest version, the 3.14.4. Just click on download here, then click on download there. Go back. Done. Yeah, like Cloudflare wants me to verify. Now in the download, one more thing to search for is going to be ADB. Type in ADB and find mini ADB and fastboot with drivers. Click on download, then download here and save. You can see my phone is already on, so I'll set it up. You should set it up just to make sure that everything is done, just to save time. Honestly, it's worth setting it up instead of going further without the setup, because sometimes the phone just needs to be set up to do something. I'm not really sure why, but I've tried it multiple times, and with the setup it just saves time. Now I'll skip the Wi-Fi because it makes the setup process way quicker. If you connect to Wi-Fi, it's loading and asking you all these unimportant questions for now. The device will be reset anyway, so we can just skip that here, skip anyway. Okay, let's skip the Samsung account and finish. You can see we're already through the setup. That's why I recommend not connecting to the Wi-Fi during the setup. If you don't need a proper setup, just a quick one, then after that you should go to the settings, connections and Wi-Fi, and then connect to Wi-Fi in order to be able to find OEM unlocking in the developer options. Now let's go back Let's go all the way down to About Phone, Software Information, tap on build number 7 times, go back twice, and go to Developer Options. Now I don't see OEM Unlocking. Okay, let's restart the phone. It's getting quite hot. I'll unplug it from the cable because it doesn't need to be plugged in anymore. Once we went through the blue screen with unlocking, it could be unplugged, but yeah, it's heating up my phone pretty badly. I'll click on the power key to skip the alert. Now the next thing that you'll have in our files needed to download is going to be the link in the description down below, and I'll open that link right now. So we'll see what do we have there. Just give me a moment. I will have all the links here. Yeah, and this is the one. Okay, it is right there, and there's custom recovery and custom ROM. I think I will be doing the Lineage, I'm pretty sure. But first let's talk about custom recovery. So here's a custom recovery. It's basically, if you've ever been to a recovery mode on your phone, then you probably know what that is, like a recovery mode. This is a custom one, so it's just a different version that lets you do more things, and we will need that to use the multi-disabler. Multi-disabler is a file that disables encryption on the device. Okay, yeah, let's download it. I accidentally clicked on it now. But yeah, this is the file that we'll need to install, and that's what we need custom recovery for. Later on, we'll get to custom ROM to actually install the ROM, and I will be probably using Lineage, so it has lots of files. For now, I probably will not need these, nor these 3 at the top. Very likely I'll just need these 3 in the middle, the recovery, the Lineage, and mind the gaps. Recovery is basically also the custom recovery but from Lineage. Often you can install a custom ROM through the generic custom recovery like TWRP. I'll explain everything later, but I'm just explaining the files now. But here, for this phone specifically, you need to use the proprietary Lineage recovery in order to be able to get recovery, to get Lineage ROM. Then Lineage is the system itself, and Mind the Gaps is a file that lets you use Google services like Google Calendar, Google Play Store, anything else from Google on the phone. Without that, Google Play Store will not work, and Google accounts between apps will not synchronize. So these 3 things are important. Now, there's also other versions if you'd like to try them out. I will not be explaining how to use them, but if you want, you can try them out. They also have the recovery, the GApps and or GApps, and the ROM itself. And one more thing is that, just so you know, I'm not entirely sure what recovery.img is for. Custom recovery.tar is the one that you will need for the custom recovery of Voltage OS. But yeah, I will be using the Lineage, so I'll need those 3 files. But first, let's go to custom recovery and download the 3 files. I already downloaded multi-disabler, so let's get TWRP and VB meta. That is a very important file as well. Yeah, you can see it shows me the window to install it. Let's allow multiple files. Let's save this one as well. Yeah, okay, let's go back here. Let's go to ROM. and let's get the LineageOS. I'll get these 3 files. That's likely all I need. But the other ones may be needed in case you may need to fix something, something is not working. So it's just for you. If you know how to use the IMG files and you need them, you will find them here in our link. So I think that may be also pretty useful. Let's just wait until everything is downloaded. Okay, and now I have all the files, so let's begin with our custom recovery. Let's see what our phone is currently doing. Okay, it's on, so let's turn it off. Press and hold on the power button, tap on power off, and tap on power off. Now on our computer, you will need to go to the File Explorer and find the downloads. Hold on, I'll change that. Okay, then you can see there is this USB driver. It is very important for our computer. Right click on it, click on Extract All, click on Extract. It'll extract itself into a folder, and likely it'll automatically open the folder. You can now open the file. I will not do that because I already have it installed, but if you don't have if you've never installed it, which very likely you haven't, you can just open the file, you can install it. Even if you have installed it, just try again. And after doing that, remember to restart your computer, because otherwise the driver may not work. Now let's go to Android Fastboot Mini ADB drivers, right click on it, click on Extract All, extract. It'll open a folder, go into the internal folder, and then you'll find 3 different files. The 2 ones at the top, the .msi files, are super easy to install. Just click on next a few times. I'll just show you the exe file, the one with the Android icon. Here it opens this blue thing. You just click on Y, click on enter, click on Y, enter, wait a moment, and then it may ask you if you want to click on Y. Yeah, you can do it. And that's what you do with this file. Then do the other ones just by clicking on next on the window that pops up. Now we can unpack the Odin. Right click on Odin, then click on Extract All, Extract, and then go into the folder and open the exe file, the one with this icon. Then click on OK, and now you can see we are in the program that will allow us to to install a custom recovery, which is the first needed step before installing the custom ROM. We'll need to put our phone in the download mode. It's very similar to putting it in the unlocking the bootloader. So you'll need to press on Bixby and volume down button and hold on them for a while, like 10 seconds would be enough. And while still pressing and holding, plug in the cable. Now I should see a blue screen. Yes, it's there. And this time, only shortly press on volume up. Now you're in the download mode. If everything went correctly, if you've done everything correctly, your phone, your computer has the drivers, your cable works properly, and you have restarted your computer after installing the drivers, then you should see your phone as a COM port right here. It should light up. Go to options and make sure auto reboot and factory reset time are unselected. Otherwise, anything won't work. So just do it. Unselect these, and now click on AP button right here. Then go to downloads or anywhere else, and well, I haven't extracted. No, I don't need to extract it. The TWRP, something.tar. Get this file and select it as an AP file. Then user data and find the file vbmeta.tar and select it there. Now you can see these two files are selected. In options, auto reboot and factory reset time are unselected. Now I can click on start. It will begin. When it says pass, we can continue. Now to continue, it will be a little complicated because we'll need to enter the recovery mode, and that will be a combination of buttons. I know you can't really see it now, but it says here that to leave download mode, you need to press and hold on the power button and the volume down. I'll switch to the full screen for a moment. Now, power and volume down to leave, but once the screen turns dark, you will need to switch your finger from the volume down to volume up and Bixby at the same time while still pressing the power button. So I'll repeat that. Power and volume down for about 7 seconds until the screen goes off, and once it does, while still pressing the power button, move your finger from volume down to volume up and Bixby button. Let's do it. Power and volume down. Let's wait until the screen goes off. Now I'm moving to volume up and Bixby while still pressing the power button. Now we can keep pressing or release once the alert disappears and Samsung logo is on the screen. And we are in TWRP right now. So we'll need to swipe to allow modifications, click on wipe now. Then click on format data, type yes and approve. It will format our phone. Now before you don't reboot the system, click on back instead. Go right here, and then on your computer you will need to find this PC and make sure your phone is connected to the computer still. Then you'll find Galaxy S10 internal storage, and in here you will need to copy the multi-disabler file. So let's do it. I'll open the downloads in another window, then I'll find the multi-disabler and just drag it to the internal storage of Samsung Galaxy S10. Click on install and you should find the zip file right here. Now just swipe to confirm flash and wait a short moment. And once it's done, you should click on back, and click on reboot, then select recovery. And wait a moment, it'll take a while. Now after it reboots, it'll probably ask you to slide again, so do it. If you don't see your Galaxy in this PC, then you should go to wipe again, format data, type yes and continue, and then go back. But in my case I can already see it. And now once we know that phone is being discovered, let's go to our Odin again. And I recommend clicking on reset here or just restarting the app. Unselect again auto reboot and factory reset time, select the AP file, and this time we'll need to install the Lineage recovery. So click on open, and then we'll need to put phone in the download mode. You can do it if you're still in the recovery. You can do it by clicking on reboot download. As simple as that. Just keep the cable plugged in and you can see it lights up. And now make sure Lineage recovery is loaded as AP and click on start. And also make sure that auto reboot and factory reset time are unselected. Now let's go into our recovery, of course. So again, this weird combination of buttons will be required. Click on the power and volume down for about 7 seconds until the screen goes off. Once it does, move from the volume down to volume up and Bixby while still pressing the power button. So let's do it. Power and volume down for about 7 seconds until the screen goes off. And once it does, while still pressing the power button, move to volume up and Bixby. Keep pressing until the alert disappears and then remove the fingers, and it'll get you to the Lineage recovery. Now use the volume up and volume down buttons to navigate through the menu, and make sure you get to factory reset. Click on the power button to approve, and then most likely you'll need to select yes, the format data factory reset, then go down to select factory reset, press on the power button, and it'll reset the data. Then let's go back, apply update, then apply from ADB, and now it opens ADB sideload. So we can close the Odin and downloads and everything else for now. Yeah, I'll close that, and let's go to CMD. Now let's type in cd slash it should be cd adb. Yes, you can see now I'm in cd adb, in cadb directory. Then I can go to the downloads and basically copy the files to disk C. It'll be easier that way. So these two files that we have in the downloads, the Lineage and Mind the Gaps, we should select them, and we can just drag them to local disk C. Well, I'm not sure if you can even do it, but let's click on continue. Continue. Yeah, it worked. We can remove them later, of course, so they don't just rest in here on our disk C, because it's a little weird, but that's how I do it. So it's always possible, because sometimes it may be impossible if someone in the directory, like for example in your username you have a space, then it may just have a problem. So yeah, we have it copied, or honestly I'd actually recommend putting it also, instead of that you can put it in ADB, but yeah, you can type in now ADB sideload, and then you can if you have it on disk C directly, you will need to type in C:\\, and then the beginning of the name. So that's going to be Lineage tab, and it'll autofill the name for you. Sorry, I didn't show you the screen. I just noticed that I didn't show you the screen. So let's try that again. Okay, you should see the screen now. Okay, so once you're in ADB sideload right here, go to CMD on your computer, then in the file explorer, go to downloads, find the Android fastboot. Sorry, no, so sorry. Find the, where are these files? I moved them, sorry. These files, Lineage, and you know what, I'll put them back just so we can see everything properly. So these two files, Lineage and Mind the Gaps, they should be moved. They don't need to, but if you don't know how to use CMD, it's easier to move it. So Control C once you select these two files, then go to local disk C, find ADB folder, and then paste them here by clicking on Control and V. I already have something here, but I'll remove it because probably my coworker did it. Okay, now these files are here, and what you should do, make sure you're in ADB sideload right here, and type in cd / like so, then cd adb, and now you're in ADB directory in the CMD. So you can now type in ADB sideload and the name of the file. So Lineage tabulator. Just tab a button in order to fill in the name. You don't want to type it yourself, do you? Then click on enter and it will start side loading the file. Let's now give it a moment. You can see it is serving the file. I'll get back to you when it's done. After it's done, it'll show you that total X for whatever, and then you can go to apply update again, apply from ADB, and then sideload the other files. So ADBs, I'm not focused on the window. ADB sideload mind tab to fill in the name and click on enter. Now it'll begin doing that, but in a moment it'll give me an error of signature, so I'll just show you that. And this is what it shows. Just click on the volume down to select yes, then click on the power button. You can also use the touch screen to click on yes, but I'm just so used to buttons on the casual recovery. So let's give it a moment until it finishes the mind the gaps, and after that it will be all done and you will be able to restart the phone, and you'll basically get into the system. So let's click on reboot system now. Unplug the cable. You can unplug it already. I recommend doing that, just to make sure. Then let's press on the power key or wait, and soon it'll be done. I'll just wait a moment and get back to you because it also takes some time before it restarts. It's an older phone, so it takes some time to restart. And I am there. It actually took a minute to restart. I'll set up the system real quick just to show you, right? Maybe you're watching this video before setting it up and before doing anything, and you just want to learn what it looks like. You can see already that it looks different than the One UI because it doesn't run One UI. It runs probably the Pixel experience. Yeah, I can select some things about the Lineage stuff, whatever. Let's click on next. Let's click on start, and we're there in the system. This is what it looks like. Of course, you can customize it because it's Android if you don't like what it looks like. But what's the most important is that we have Android 16 in here, so you can use the newest Android on an old phone, and it looks pretty smoothly, to be honest. It does look like a Pixel though, so I think it's even better, but it's your personal opinion. Yeah, and everything works. The camera works as well. And that's it. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.